Rare earths have come up as a U.S. desire as the future of Ukraine is worked out partly over the heads of Ukrainians. Meanwhile, President Trump, south of the border, has certainly waxed cool on encouragement for electric vehicles. Let's take a look first at lithium here. We are joined from the BMO Critical Minerals Conference by Greg Jones, a battery materials analyst at BMO Capital Markets. Greg, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you, Andrew, for having me.
Just remind us what's going on in the lithium market, if you would. Is it still glutted?
There's been a key change in the lithium markets over the last several years. When you look at the run-up in prices that we experienced during the 21-22 timeframe, it's come back down quite dramatically over the past 12 to 18 months. I think a lot of that is the result of changing expectations around the electric vehicle demand picture, particularly in the United States and in European markets. Concerns around supply that's come online in Africa that perhaps market participants underestimated. And then more recently, a lot of the dynamics around tariffs and trade wars being quite topical, I think has influenced what's transpiring in the market today.
That's it. Did you mean you're referring to supply, big supply out of Africa that people hadn't anticipated?
Correct, yes. So in our supply and demand forecasts, we're assuming or estimating about 10% of supply is coming out of Zimbabwe today.
Wow.
Additional supply out of the broader African region. And I think many market participants underestimated that. And really that's created a damper around sentiment for lithium and pricing in particular.
Now, Cobalt, I'm not sure how closely you follow Cobalt, but once again, I see Javier Blas of Bloomberg saying that the market in Cobalt massively oversupplied. Could you briefly give us your thoughts on that?
It was certainly a topic during some of the presentation sessions this morning with the likes of Glencore and others that presented. There was some news out of the DRC this morning that they're restricting exports on cobalt, which should presumably be a positive for pricing in the near term.
Actually, could we swing back to lithium? I forgot to ask you about this. One company you do like in the space is Piedmont Lithium. Can you tell us where they produce and why you think the stock offers potential?
Currently, Piedmont is undergoing a proposed merger transaction with a company called Sayona Mining, an Australian group that has a producing lithium mine in Quebec. So at the moment, that transaction, if consummated, would help clean up some of the ownership structure around the asset, remove an offtake arrangement, and simplify the overall corporate structure. And I think what I like about that transaction, if it advances and gains shareholder approval, it sets the stage for lower risk brownfield expansion at the North American Lithium operation in Quebec. They've got a development project called Moblan, also within Quebec, that has a significant scale resource, good grade potential, which could be another leg of growth for the company moving forward.
That's interesting. So Quebec, I don't think Quebec has very big production right now, but set to become a more significant player.
You're correct. Yeah. So there's a number of development projects in the region. Rio Tinto is in the process or the late stages of closing an acquisition of Arcadium Lithium, which has development projects and is planning conversion capacity within the province as well. Mm-hmm. So it's sort of setting the stage for Quebec becoming a powerhouse in lithium, and it has the ingredients in place with ample resources, low cost hydropower, and a supportive investment climate through some of the province's pension funds.
Graphite, a very diversified market. It depends what grade of graphite, etc. Can you generalize? What about the conditions for graphite demand? Obviously, graphite used extensively in batteries.
Graphite's quite challenging at the moment, is how I characterize it. Over 90% of the graphite anode material that goes into the ultimate batteries is refined within China. China has developed significant capacity to produce synthetic graphite, so also referred to as artificial graphite. And that has really created significant competition within the Chinese market amongst producers there. And it's created challenges for Western companies that are looking to advance projects, secure financing, to develop alternative supply chains, and really get their projects advanced in regions like Canada or other areas in Africa that have sources of graphite resources. And so that's become a particular challenge for that market at the moment.
Greg, we better leave it there. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Greg Jones has been our guest. Battery